Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. I think everyone knows how much I love doing the show, how much I love doing William the Magic Box. And of course, through a lot of interviews, I always have a lot of surprise. And guess what? Today, my guest, his name is Kylie, and he's from Philadelphia in the USA. And today is her birthday. And through the interview, we just realized that we share the same birthday. So, Kylie, I would like to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope you enjoy a lot of your day. I hope you have a lot of good time with your family and with your friends as well, okay? So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kylie. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday to me as well. So I hope everyone enjoys the interview. Kylie, all the best, and I hope you enjoy your day, okay? Hello?
How are you?
Hello, Kylie. I'm very well. How are you doing?
Good.
Very
Thanks
good.
for having me on your show.
Thank you so much for taking the time on Sunday morning for the interview.
I'm happy to be here.
Very good. Okay, Kylie, so before we start the game, tell me where are you from?
I live in Philadelphia, but I'm originally from Chicago.
Ah, so what's the best part of living in Philadelphia, in your opinion?
The best part about living here?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you know a lot about it, but the history is really great here. We got the Liberty Bell, and the Declaration of Independence was signed here, and like a lot of the stuff that the U.S. was founded on was done in Philly, so it's kind of cool. And it also has a really good music scene here, so
Right.
I love it.
And how long have you been living there for?
I moved from Chicago back in 2014.
Okay, so it's been a few years already.
Mm-hmm.
And why Philadelphia?
Well, I was in Chicago, and then I got hired by an airline called U.S. Airways. I don't know if you were familiar with them, but I got based in Philly, so I had to move with the airline job. So I moved out here back then, and it's been great ever since.
I see. You just said
Do
something.
you live in London?
Say again?
You live in London?
I do. I do live in London, yes.
I do a lot of flights to London Heathrow out of here, so
Oh, wow. Say hello when you come next time.
maybe I'll have to meet up with you when I'm in London next time. So
Absolutely, yeah. Please
I have
do.
I actually have a London trip coming up, believe it or not. I'll be out there on right before Thanksgiving, the 24th.
Right. Okay, let me know if you have free time. We can meet up for a coffee or something. It'd be nice.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Absolutely. It's funny you saying that about Philly. I had someone from Philadelphia on the show a few months ago, and he was saying Philly instead of Philadelphia. He was like, oh, I live in Philly. I was like, oh, Philly is nice.
Yeah, Philly, Philadelphia, I know.
And what do you do for a living, Kylie?
So I'm a flight attendant for American Airlines, and I'm also a real estate agent.
Oh, wow. So you can combine both of your professions.
I do both, yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Right. So before we start the journey, William the Magic Box, would you like to tell me something interesting about yourself?
One thing interesting, or?
Yeah, tell me something interesting about yourself. Something that.
So, I am fascinated by astrology. So I do a lot of astrology readings for friends and people that I know. So, I'm a very spiritual person. I journal every day. I put down my gratitudes and affirmations every morning when I wake up. So I feel like your mentality and how you like start your day off and like the things you do, like I think if a lot of people more operated more consciously, I feel like there would be a lot less problems.
I see. Are you easy to spot people's star sign just talking to them or getting some kind of
Pretty good usually. I mean, sometimes I get it wrong because, you know, but
so let's do again. Like at the end of the show, I would like you to, if you can tell my star sign through the interview, like we're gonna talk, we're gonna have the interview, and in the end, I'd like you to tell me if you can guess my star sign, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Very good, very good. Okay, Kylie.
So you're from Brazil originally?
I'm from Brazil, and I've been living in Europe the last almost 20 years now. I was living in Portugal before moving to London, so it's been a long time.
I have a lot of friends from Brazil and Philly, so that's why.
Oh, interesting. Very good.
A lot of them are from Sao Paulo. So.
Okay, I'm the north. I'm more the northwest, the middle of Brazil.
Cool.
Okay, Kylie, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views? Yeah?
Let's go.
So, welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here... Here my lovely box full of random fun question. I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question, okay? Yeah, good, yeah. Very good. Let's do it. Okay, Kylie. Right, so just before I take the first question, through the game, if there is a question you don't have an answer for, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay? It's very friendly, right?
Okay.
The first question for you is, when was the last time that you laughed so hard that made you cry? Or just you laughed so hard you couldn't stop? When was that and why?
So I hang out with a lot of like people on the airplane a lot of times, and I meet like hundreds of people every day. So I absolutely love the airline job, but a lot of these times you connect with people that are just really, really awesome. And I actually had a comedian on board, and he's funny as shit. So, I mean, he had me laughing the entire flight. He was amazing. And then aside from that, I mean, I hang out. Most of my friends are really funny. They're like just really outgoing personalities and stuff. And they always have me laughing all the time. I laugh all the time. I'm never that serious about stuff. So
very good. Very good. Let's go for the second question. Right. Next question for you is, what does success mean to you?
So my friends will tell you I'm somebody who's very goal oriented. So I think success is achieved through really hard work and staying committed to something, even if it's extremely difficult. And I guess I'm fortunate enough to say I wanted to be a flight attendant, and I became a flight attendant. I wanted to be a real estate agent, and I became a real estate agent. And I wanted to purchase my first property when I was 30, and I bought my condo when I was 30. So I think success is just about staying committed to your goals and really persevering through very difficult circumstances, which are inevitable in life, I feel like.
Very good. Very good. I like the answer. I think success is a very personal thing, you know. When you want to achieve, life doesn't matter what you want to achieve, but it's a success for you, so that's what matters. Next one. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, tell me what's the best part of being a flight attendant, and what's the best part of being a real estate agent, in your opinion?
Okay. Best part about being a flight attendant is I get to travel all over the world. I meet people from all different nationalities, all walks of life. And I'm constantly growing as a person through meeting other people, because I learn about their culture and their lives. And I mean, it just gives me more of a perspective globally about stuff. And I feel like a lot of people who just stay in one place are not aware of the other people's like lives and the hardships they face on a daily basis. So I feel like it's made me a better person through being a flight attendant. As for the real estate agent, I like running my own business, and I like doing my own marketing, and basically being an entrepreneur. I love it.
Very good. Very good. Next question for you is, how long can you go without checking your phone?
Well, with real estate, I can't go that long, because if a client contacts me for something, I really have to respond like right away. So
it's hard.
It's very hard. I'm glued to this thing all the time.
Let's make the question a bit more difficult. Let's say somebody come up to you and say, okay, Kylie, you need to remove forever from your phone. social media, like including Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, or YouTube, forever? Which one would you choose and why?
Which one would I remove?
Yeah, forever.
Probably Instagram. I have a lot of social media stuff just for my real estate and like trying to keep in touch with people from out of state, but I don't really like Instagram.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of pictures and I don't know. It's not really my thing. I like Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube.
All right. Okay, good one. Easy for you, easy. Next question. All right. Next question for you is, if you could have a superpower, what that would be and why?
When I was growing up, I always used to watch like the X-Men show. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I've been obsessed with weather ever since I was like 5 years old. Like when I was little, I wanted to chase tornadoes. That's what I wanted to do when I got older. So I'd probably want to control the weather just because that's something that's always been like fascinating to me.
Amazing. And regarding the weather in Philadelphia, in Philly, tell me how the weather over there is always like the season of the year. It's all very settled, very like every season is very settled, or it's kind of mixed a little bit.
The weather's changed quite a bit. It stays warmer longer here. Like it was like 80 degrees in October, and usually by October it's cooling off by then, but the weather's changing. I think there's global warming. I feel like a lot of places the weather's changing. I mean, even in London, I feel like it's getting weird. Yeah. So
good.
I don't know. But I will say this, the weather in Philly is a lot more mild than the weather where I'm come from, Chicago. It's very cold.
I see. Yeah. Cool. Next question. Right, next question for you is, how would you describe a perfect, healthy relationship?
So like a romantic relationship?
Yeah.
So I haven't been in a relationship in like 8 years. But my viewpoint of a relationship is people that have their own individual lives and have enough trust that they don't need to constantly check in on the other person all the time. And they all can go out with their friends and have fun, and you don't have to be together 24/7, and you just are able to operate independently, but yet at the same time come together and like have like emotional security and able to kind of like boost each other up with their aspirations and goals, I guess, in life, I feel like.
I see. Okay, cool. And as you're saying that you've been single for 8 years, do you find like for you, it's okay for you? Or of course, I believe that human being, we tend to look for like a partner, boyfriend, or whatever. But for example, do you find yourself as like single, it's okay for you? Or you kind of, you wish to have someone with you? It's kind of a need, or how do you deal with that?
Well, I mean, I've been single so long, like I operate fine on my own. So if I have the blessing of having somebody there eventually, that would be great. But I operate just fine on my own. So I guess I'm one of the weird people that doesn't need a relationship. I don't know.
No. I'm just asking those questions because in the end, I would like to guess your star sign as well. And,
okay.
But it's funny you saying that. No, I totally understand. I've been single as well for 6 years, I think. And I believe that when you are happy with your own company, you know what I mean? You don't need to, you know what I mean? Of course, as you said, I would feel blessed as well. I think, of course, sometimes I find myself like wishing, or I wish I could not wish, but if I would have someone right now, I'll be happy as well. But it's not like a need. It's not like, it's gonna change my day. You know what I mean? But I totally understand your point. I think when you fill up yourself with your own company, I think we need to be in a relationship with ourselves first before starting with somebody else.
Agreed.
And sometimes, you know what I mean, we are good with yourself, you are happy, of course. People come and go, you have this kind of little passion sometimes, you have kind of hookups as well. So I think it's part of the journey, you know what I mean? If it comes, I'm very happy, you know?
Exactly.
But if it doesn't come as well, okay, let's carry on with life, and things gonna happen the right time.
Exactly.
Cool. Next question. Right, before the next question, when you think about Chicago, what's the best memories that comes to your mind when you think about your place?
Well, I grew up there, and my background is of Cuban ancestry. So my family came from Cuba. So when I was there, I mean, family is everything to my family. So I had to hang out with my grandparents all the time, and my cousins. We grew up with all my cousins together. So probably the best memories of Chicago were my family parties and just being with my cousins and my grandparents. And I mean, for me, family is everything. So I do anything for my family. So I miss that. And the fact that my whole family still lives in Chicago and I'm the only one in Philadelphia, it's been hard because I miss my family a lot, you know.
And how far is Chicago?
I'm sure you can understand too, because I'm sure your family's not in London, so.
Totally. Oh yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I left Brazil when I was 19 years old on my own, so I've been away since then. And
wow.
Your point. What's how far is Philadelphia from Chicago? It's quite far.
Like 2 hours.
Oh, it's okay. 2 hours on a plane.
Flight.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So it's not.
If you drove, it's like 13 hours.
I see.
But...
And you say about Cuba. So did you have you been there before, or it's just your background?
So my dad is from there, but I've never actually gone to Cuba though.
I see. Well, when I was seeing your surname, I thought you had something with Polish.
So I'm Cuban, and then my dad came from Cuba. My mom is half Cuban and half Polish.
Oh wow, interesting.
So that's where my last name comes in. So actually, I'm probably the only Cuban Polish person there is. I don't think I know any other ones.
I was about to say something. I just found out a few years ago that my great-mother is from Poland as well. So I've got.
So you're Polish Brazilian?
No, I'm not Polish. I mean, you know, Brazil, are very mixed. I've got.
No, I know.
I've got Italian. I've got African. I've got Portuguese. I've got Polish as well. So my
That's awesome.
Yeah, very mixed. And my mom, my grandmother from my mom's side, she's from Paraguay. She's not Brazilian. She moved to Brazil when she was 12 years old. So I've got all those those mixed here. But I just found out about Polish was a few years ago. I was back in Brazil on holidays, and I was talking to my grandmother, and she was like, "Oh, she was talking about you know what I mean, her family," and she said that her great-grandmother was from Poland. And I was like, what? From Poland? So I didn't know that. For me, it was something new. I was like, oh, very interesting. Another one to my list.
Well, going back with my family too. So I did the ancestry thing, and my family's actually from Spain originally. And then on the other side, it's Russian, not Polish. Oh, so I'm actually Russian Spanish, really, if we're going off of like before, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Very
fascinating. I think it's fascinating, isn't it, when you have those like mixed. I think
it is. I think everyone's mixed, and I think people just go off of what their family knows most recently. But I mean, we're all just a whole bunch of different things.
Okay, next question for you is good one. If I would come to your best friend right now, and I would ask your best friend to define yourself in a positive word and a negative word, what they would say?
So my best friend, his name is Giovanni. He lives in Chicago. I've known him since high school. He'd probably say that one of my best qualities is I just am very goal-oriented and determined to be successful in life. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is I'm really stubborn. Like,
can be everything.
It has to go my way or it's not gonna go, like, kind of thing. I'm very stubborn.
I'll tell you something now. Don't spoil, but I think I know already what your star sign is. I think I know already. I might be wrong, but I think I know already what your star sign is. I can't wait then.
Most people can tell mine because I am a diehard what my star sign is. Like.
Okay. I think I might be wrong, but I think I already know yours. Let's see. Let's go for the interview. I like the challenge.
Okay.
Okay, next question for you is, what's the scary thing that's what is the scary thing that have happened to you? The most scary thing that happened to you?
Scariest thing that's happened to me. So I almost died. Like a while ago, I was at a party, and I was drinking a lot. That, of course, I'm glad at a party, right? So I was drinking a lot at a party, and I just passed out, and I had to go to the hospital, and I broke my head in like 4 different places, and like I was in a concussion for like I was like out of the, like my head was really in bad shape, and like my parents were freaking out and everything. That was scary. But since then, like I don't have any like mental difficulties or anything like that. So I feel like it was scary, but from that experience, it like made me appreciate life a lot more, because I could have died. So that was pretty cool.
How old are you at the time?
That was like 18.
Okay, very young.
18-ish.
Very young.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
There's always those tragic things in life. There's always a positive message at the end. When you look back, you'll always find something, a lesson, or like, you know what I mean, something that you learn out of it, for sure. That's
exactly.
Yeah. Next question. Right. Next question for you is, what is the worst first date have you ever been on?
Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people, they don't really come up with like the most exciting first dates. So I like somebody who kind of goes out of their way to come up with something interesting and fun and new. So the first date that I went on with one of my exes, we went to the auto show in Chicago. And that was a great first date. We had a good time. I've never been to the auto show before, and I love cars, so that was awesome. And we ended up being together for almost 4 years after that. So
wow,
that was pretty cool. And we met on one of the apps, you already know, one of the different dating things, and it was good. I mean, I've had a lot of good dates though, because if someone can keep up with a conversation and is able to kind of meet me mentally with stuff, like I really enjoy someone's mind more than their body in a way. I don't know.
Of course. I think always a first date there, besides the excitement about meet someone, there's always a pressure as well come along, because you know what I mean. You don't know the person. You know, you want to kind of you want to, you know what I mean, be nice or be yourself. And sometimes it's a bit of pressure on it as well. You know what I mean. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Always a pressure. Find out always.
For sure.
Next question. Right, I would like you to share with me, please, with us a funny story that happened to you as a flight attendant, like a scary story or funny story that happened to you during your flight, or something that you could share.
Well, scary story or a funny story? Well, let's go with the craziest story. So we had, a lot of people bring their emotional support animals on the flights. Well, on one of my flights, one of the people had an emotional support horse. It was like a miniature horse that they boarded the aircraft with a horse. And then I was like I've never seen I could understand like a dog or a cat or something like that, but I've seen pigs, I've seen horses, I've seen emotional support iguanas. What? It's crazy. And then so yeah, you see a lot of that. And then probably the scariest moment as a flight attendant was I had to almost have a evacuation on a flight. That was not, like, we had a problem with the engine and we had to like prepare the cabin for an emergency evacuation on the runway and all that. But thank God we didn't have to do it. But we're trained to do that stuff. But when you're in the moment and actually going through it, it's like,
it's a different story.
Oh, yikes. It's crazy. But yeah, those are probably the two. And then the other thing too is, do you know who Fran Drescher is?
Who?
Fran Drescher. She's an actress, and she used to play in a show in the U.S. called The Nanny, and I had her on a flight, and we ended up being really good friends after that flight. So that was kind of a cool. That was kind of a cool thing.
Oh, very good, very good. Thanks for sharing. Okay, next question for you is: what makes you most proud?
I think the thing that makes me most proud is my family. And also, aside from that, just where I'm at for my life for 32 years old, I feel like I'm in a good place in my life, career-wise, spiritually-wise, just health-wise. I feel like I'm in a good place. I actually just recently started to go back to the gym because I was getting really lazy, and I was like, I really need to get back to the gym. So I started to go back to the gym, but yeah, I just am proud of where I've come in my life. I feel like I'm in a very successful place, and it's been hard work, but it's paid off. And then I'm always just proud of my family. And I have a 10-year-old sister back in Chicago, so she's my little pride and joy, my little sis. So
very good, very good, very good.
Yeah.
Next question. How is the Halloween vibe in the USA right now? What's the Halloween feeling? Because I know it's a big thing in the whole world now, but I'm sure in the USA is the biggest celebration.
Well, my birthday's coming up. Oh, I gave it away. I'm just kidding. My birthday's coming up, so Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and I really go all out for Halloween. So I was Jack Sparrow for 2 of my Halloween parties this week, and then just yesterday I went to my friend Albert's Halloween party, and I was a killer clown. So overall, I feel like everyone's excited about it. We're all just tired of being under quarantine and doing all this COVID junk. I'm so over it. You have no idea. And then the whole mask thing and everything, I'm just like, can we get back to normalcy, please? I just want to get back to life, meeting up with my friends and going out and not having to worry about traveling. It's been crazy. But Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. So yes, I love it.
Right. You gave away your star sign.
I did.
I knew it was Scorpio. I knew it.
I am.
And I'll tell you the end why I knew it, okay?
Because you saw my Facebook.
No, I did not actually.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Next question for you is: what's the best present have you ever received, and why you consider that?
The best present?
Yeah, the best gift.
Ooh. That's a good one, because I've gotten a lot of good stuff. Just kidding. So I was a music major in college, so I absolutely love music, classical music, orchestras, ballets. I love all that stuff. So I always wanted to go see the Nutcracker ballet. That's one of my favorite instrumental ballets of all time. So I got tickets to go see the Nutcracker, and for the first time I saw that thing, I was crying, because that's one of my favorite ballets of all time. And the composer who composed that ballet is one of my favorite composers. So that was amazing. And then also when I went to see, and I'm also a dancer, so I did salsa dancing competitively for almost 10 years.
Wow.
So when I went to go see, what was it, Stomp, I believe? Was there a show called Stomp? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I went to go see Stomp, and the dancers on that show were amazing, So just to see people who are have trained so hard and diligently to be at those places of professional life where they can do these concerts and get paid and not have to have another job and just do what they love. It's just incredible,
Good. Very good. And when you look back, tell me a little bit about your journey of dancing. As 10 years you're dancing. Tell me a little bit about your dancing career at the time.
Well, I've always loved music, especially salsa, and in Cuba we have son. I don't know if you're familiar with son, but so I've always loved it. And then I decided one day, I'm like, you know what, I want to start to take classes, to get better. So I started classes at a place called Latin Street Dancing in Chicago, and I danced on a team, and we did little things, and I had a dance partner that I would do competitions in bars with, and it was great. I mean, salsa dancing is so great. I feel like it's a dance that anyone can go and just go by yourself and end up having so many friends on the dance floor because we're all just there to have a good time, you know? And just recently this week in Philadelphia, there's a place that has a Latin night on Thursdays that they have really good DJ who plays some really awesome music. And I love it. I love to dance.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
Next question for you, Kylie. That's why you've been moving a lot with me. I love it. That's why.
I love to dance.
Right. Next question for you is, what does happiness mean to you?
I think happiness is about accepting the present moment. Because I feel like if you're not happy, you're worrying about something that happened previously that was difficult, or you're worrying about something that hasn't happened yet in the future. But if you're living in the present moment and just accepting how life is and what's going on in that moment, I feel like that's happiness, because you can't change it. You know, you just are living life to live it, you know. You're not preoccupied with your mind going all these other places. So I feel like if you're in the present moment, you're enjoying life, you're happy, you know.
And do you believe that happiness is a choice?
Definitely believe that.
Why?
You have to train your mind, because I feel like if you let it be haphazard and just do whatever it wants, you're going to just mess up your whole mentality and your direction in life. But if you wake up in the morning and you vowed, today's going to be a good day, I'm going to be happy today, I'm going to do this today, like you're putting the energy out there, and the universe will reciprocate it back to you during the day that you started off on the right note, I feel like.
And I just signed underneath your statement right now, because I totally believe that as well.
Okay, good.
Next question. Right, before the next question, and what's the most challenging part of being a flight attendant and the most challenging part of being a real estate agent?
Okay. Most challenging part about being a flight attendant is the schedule, because we get really early mornings. Sometimes you work overnight flights. Sometimes you work, 12 and 13-hour duty days, 16-hour duty days on the plane, delays, cancellations. It's a job that you really have to be flexible, and that's probably the hardest part about being a flight attendant. And then also with flight attendant, it can be very lonely because you're traveling by yourself all the time. So in the hotel rooms and stuff, it can get lonely. With the real estate job, the hardest part about real estate is probably having to be available to clients whenever they need you. So you have to be available. Like if they have a question or they want to see a property or something like that, you have to be available to take them and do it, or answer the phone to answer a question, or put out a fire on a deal that's going through, or you're a manager of your own business, right? So you're always going to be dealing with stuff and having to constantly maneuver different things. So.
And as a flight attendant, you travel most abroad, or you travel more in the US?
So with the US carriers, I don't know if you're familiar, but we're unionized. So it's based on how many years you've flown with the company, the kind of trips you get. So I've only been with American for 8 years, so I don't really have a lot of seniority. So I would love to do more international flights, but if you see on American, a lot of the flight attendants on those flights have been flying for 40 years, because that's
it's the way
they've been flying the longer.
The policy of the company. I see. Mm-hmm. But you get to travel as well, sometimes abroad, sometimes as you.
I absolutely love Europe. My favorite city in Europe ever is Amsterdam.
Oh.
I would move to Amsterdam tomorrow if I could. I love it there so much.
Very good, very good. Next question for you is, what has been the happiest point of your life?
The happiest point was probably the day I got hired as a flight attendant. Because ever since I was 5 years old, and I'm not kidding, I always wanted to be a pilot. So I actually took flight lessons for a couple years in Chicago. But I decided, I really don't want to be a pilot anymore. And I said, I think I want to be a flight attendant. I don't know if you're familiar, but it's a very hard job to get into. You have to really like stand out because it gets thousands of applicants to be a flight attendant. So when I got hired as a flight, I cried. I did.
Oh,
I was so happy.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I was so happy.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very sweet. I'm glad that this question came up to you. Right, I have 3 questions left for you, okay? Let's do it. Okay, let's go for the next one. If you could be in somebody's skin for 24 hours, who that would be and why?
I think I'd have to say Ellen DeGeneres.
Wow.
I love her as a person. I love her whole outlook on life, and I think it would be awesome to see her life from her perspective in her body, because I just feel the show she did was so incredible, just how she views life and like helping people and just putting positive energy out every day. I absolutely love that about her. So if I could like live a day in the life of Ellen DeGeneres, I think that would be awesome.
Very good, very good. I'm trying to get her on the show.
She is, please, and I'm watching it when you do because I love her. So
you never know. Imagine one day it happen. Imagine, never know. It's the universe, you know what I mean? You never know.
That's it. You never know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Right, Kylie from Philadelphia. No, from Philly.
Philadelphia, Philly, we all good.
I love it. I love it. Next question is, if you had only 24 hours of life, what would you do?
Like, what would I want to do?
Yeah, if you had just 24 hours.
I would probably want to go to Egypt because I haven't gone there yet, and that's one of my bucket list things to do. So I'm fascinated by ancient Egypt and like the pyramids and stuff. So I feel like that would be awesome. And in the last 24 hours, I'd probably eat one of my favorite meals. So I'd probably eat that, and then I'd probably have sex. So
oh,
I'd go out with a bang, okay?
Which one is your favorite meal to eat on the last day? Which one would be?
Well, I really like lechon with white rice and black beans and a side of yuca. So that's probably what I would have for my last meal before I died.
Very good, very good. Right, ready for the last question?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Kylie. Right, before the last one, since last year, the last 18 months, that the world went literally upside down regarding the COVID crisis. What's the most positive thing you took out of it?
So I had the same question for you, by the way. I have it right here. Questions for you. I'll have to change it. That's okay. I'll change it. Probably the main thing that I learned from the COVID pandemic was that how much to appreciate the relationships we have, you know, like the day-to-day contacts we have, because being isolated from people and not being able to see my family, it was hard. So I feel like the pandemic has taught me a lot about respecting your relationships and stuff like that. That's what I got out of it.
Right. Last question is, how do you make friends?
How do I make friends?
Yeah.
I just show up. No, I'm just kidding. I just show up. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, I salsa dance, so I meet people through there. I meet agents through real estate that have become my friends that way. Flight attendants, I meet flight attendants and they become my friends that way. So I'm a very social person and I get along with everybody. So I feel like, I don't know, I'm outgoing. So I don't know.
All right. Okay. Very good.
Yes.
It's visible. That is visible. I can feel your energy. You know, the way you talk, the way you express yourself. I totally agree. I can see that. So it's easy. It's not the end yet, okay? Let's play now the word association game, okay? So I'm going to give away some words and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Politics.
Donald Trump.
Okay. Religion.
I hate to say that, but go ahead.
Religion.
Buddhism.
Okay. Love.
My parents.
Money.
Bill Gates.
Okay. Family.
My grandmother.
Sex.
Daily. Just kidding.
Please. Life.
Life. Ellen DeGeneres.
Good one. How about fear?
Love.
Friendship.
My friend Gio.
Oh, beautiful. Desire.
Success.
Regrets.
None. I don't have any regrets.
Okay. Success.
Real estate.
One. Wish.
A committed relationship.
Okay. Happiness.
Salsa dancing.
Okay. One word for Chicago.
Cold.
One word for Philadelphia.
History.
One word for USA.
Freedom.
One word for flight attendant.
Kind.
One word for real estate agent.
Persistent.
And the last one now, Ellen DeGeneres. One word.
Love.
Amazing, amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend, what is the most beautiful thing about Kylie, and what's something that he still needs to improve on? What do you think your best friend will tell me?
Most beautiful thing about me, I don't know what he'd tell you, to be honest, but I hope he would say good things. I don't know. The most beautiful thing that I care about people, and I put, I really invest a lot of time into my friendships, and I feel like people respect that about me. And something I need to work on is being more vulnerable, because I really don't like to be vulnerable with people.
I see.
I have my walls up.
Okay. Right. Let's play now. Kylie and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, I would like you to tell me if you could guess what is my star sign.
I don't know. You seem really outgoing and fun, and you travel, you relocated far away, so maybe Sagittarius?
Very good, very interesting. Okay, you just guessed my second one. I'm Sagittarius as a second one. Because you have two.
Is it your rising sign, your sun sign, or your moon sign?
No. The first one is when you're born, like the date when you're born. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The second one is the time when you were born. It's
Okay.
based on the time. So I'm Sagittarius. So you guessed well, at least how well. Sagittarius.
You have a very Sagittarius personality, I will say that.
But my first one is Scorpio.
Oh, you're like me.
Totally. As soon as you started out the conversation, I was like, he is Scorpio, for sure. When you said about relationship, when I said about building the wall, when you said about, you know what I mean, the way you face life, when you said about your desire in life, I was so sure. As soon as I mentioned to you, when I said to you, you're gonna try to guess mine in the end of the show, is because I already knew that you're Scorpio. I was like, I'm sure he's Scorpio. So when is your birthday? You said it's coming soon. When is it?
November 17th. Are you the 17th of November?
I am 17th of November.
That is crazy.
Oh
What
my
is going
God.
on right now?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't
You know
believe
what? The universe works in crazy ways. It
that's
does.
totally.
Are you
I think
1988?
1982. I'm oldest. It would be too perfect.
I know. It's like, what the hell? Like, he's in the same year too? I'm just kidding.
Can you imagine? Yeah, 17th of November. My God, I'm
Wow.
right
Yeah.
now. Amazing. Oh, come
We're
to
the
London.
best. So,
Come
what
to
can I
London
say?
on 17th to celebrate in London. Come along on 17th so you can
I
celebrate.
should, right? I really should. I'll be out there the 24th. But you're probably doing something for Thanksgiving anyway. But
Oh, oh my God, just made my day now. I love it. And I
that's
love it.
crazy.
It's crazy. And when you start saying about, as I said to you, when you start saying about astrology, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, he got something. And the way you express yourself, I was like, wow, that's amazing. Oh my God, I love it. 17th of November is my first. Okay, I've done already. More than 400 people participate in the show already. More than 400 people. And
Wow.
you are the first ones sharing my same birthday as me. Oh my God, that's amazing. I love it.
I feel blessed. Thank you.
Yes, yes. This interview meant to happen. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I am
Same.
now. Right, so you can ask me a question now.
So I absolutely love that you do this show.
Oh, thank
I
you.
am obsessed with the show. The fact that you get
Oh.
people from all over the world to talk about things, I absolutely love it. What prompted you to do this show, and what do you get out of doing this show? What's the most meaningful thing that you get out of doing the show?
Right. So for me, I think this show it came in a very as I said, I think last year, besides the you know what I mean, the sadness since the world being faced for the last 18 months. I strongly believe as well that a lot of creativity, beautiful things came along. You know what I mean? I think people connect with your question as well that you have prepared before. I think people we find a way to the human being. We are so fascinating. Then people we learn how to survive. You know what I mean? If somebody came up to me in 2019 said, William, next year the world is gonna stop, I would laugh. I would like, okay, watch.
I know. Same.
But saying that, I think regarding the show, I'm so grateful that grateful in a way that thing happened because this beautiful project came along. You know what I mean? This beautiful that came along, and I think because I'm so proactive, you know what I mean? I love living life. I love being away. I just literally come home to sleep. But last year, I need to be locked. I need to be locked at home. You know what I mean? I had no choice, and because of that, you know what I mean? I started to find a ways, you know what I mean, to be creative. And one day I went for a run in the park, and this idea just came along. I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm gonna do for life. And I couldn't believe. And I'm so grateful that this thing happened because I believe that I believe that things come along in the, you know what I mean, always the right time. I think somehow this project would come to me because I could do that for 24 hours. But besides that, I think I need to be locked the way I was the only way I could, you know what I mean, find myself, you know what I mean, because I felt as well the very dark place at the time because I was on my own and I was like, oh my God, what's happening with the world right now? So I'm so grateful that I went through that situation because I found my life. I found, you know what I mean, these projects. And what's the second question? What again the most of it? I think it's you put me on the spot now. It's so much that I get from the, you know what I mean? I get so much from the people. And I think that just the fact that I can connect with people around the globe, it's a gift. All the energy I get from people, you know what I mean? Like, for example, your energy, like, my God, for me, every interview I do, I feel like it's the first one I'm doing it because it's so nice to see the other person from the other side, like, full of like expectation, you know, what's going to happen, a bit nervous as well, the same time happy as well, the same time like excited. So imagine I'm taking all this energy from these people, you know what I mean, from my guests. I think it's a blast. I think when I go to sleep, I have so much energy that sometimes I go like, oh my God, there's so much energy. So I think that's what I get the most of my interviews. Just people, I just find people, they're so fascinating. They have so much to share. You know what I mean? People, they have so much to share. And I think that's that platform, it's a beautiful way of people connect with each other. You know, people just sharing their lives and people connect with each other. That's the best part of the show.
I like that.
And I can find surprise as well. Imagine surprise, so beautiful surprise come along. So that's such a amazing.
It is.
Yeah,
I love your show. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the experience?
I love the experience. It was great meeting you, and I absolutely love we have the same birthday. So
amazing. Yes. Oh my God.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Amazing. I'm gonna tell all my friends about it. I can't wait to tell them. But before you go, Kylie, I'd like to share a positive message or a positive quote, something that inspires you in life.
So this is my favorite quote, and I did some research about one because I really wanted to say something that really like connected well with me and like how I view life. So this is by Marcus Aurelius, and it's the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. And I thought that was really powerful, and it's so true.
So true. It's down to us to control our moods and our desires, our moments, happiness, everything. It's all about come down to us in our mindsets. For sure.
Sure. So
Kylie, it was a pleasure. My God, thank you so much. Thanks so much for being part of the show. I loved it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much. Take care. Thank you so much for the interview. It was a pleasure, okay?
My pleasure as well. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.